Number one, the vibrating phone. You're sitting there, minding your own business, and then buzz, that unmistakable vibration in your pocket. You whip out your phone, ready to see what urgent message has come your way, but nothing. No notifications, no missed calls, just an empty screen. It happens again a few minutes later. What's going on? Welcome to the bizarre world of phantom vibration syndrome. Your brain, so used to the sensation of your phone buzzing, starts interpreting random nerve signals or even the slightest movement, like the rustle of your clothes, as a notification. It's like your brain got bored and decided to send you a phantom text that doesn't exist. It's a trick of the mind, a modern ghost story where your body is tricked into thinking it's receiving a message when it's actually receiving nothing but its own imagination. The real kicker? Your nervous system is having a tantrum for no reason. Number two, the phantom limb. Imagine losing a limb and then feeling it anyway. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this is actually a real phenomenon called phantom limb syndrome, and it happens to people who've lost a limb. Even though the limb is gone, their brain still feels it. It can be as vivid as a real sensation. People report feeling an itch on an amputated foot, or even the sensation of fingers clenching that aren't there anymore. The brain, apparently not getting the memo that the limb is gone, continues to fire off signals as if it still exists. It's as though the brain stubbornly clings to its old map of the body, even when the roads no longer exist. This results in a strange and often painful sensation where your brain is literally lying to you about the state of your body. It's like your brain hasn't read the memo about your new chapter and refuses to edit its original script. Number three, the Mandela effect. Now let's dive into a weird phenomenon that has people questioning reality, the Mandela effect. If you remember the popular children's book series as the Berenstain Bears, congratulations, you're not alone. The problem is it's always been spelled Berenstain Bears, yes, with an A. A lot of people, myself included, swear it used to be the other way. This mass shared memory mistake is so widespread that it's earned its own name, the Mandela effect. This phenomenon happens when a large group of people recall the same incorrect detail from the past. What's going on here? Your brain, ever the masterful storyteller, tries to fill in memory gaps with fabricated details. If something doesn't quite fit, it just makes stuff up. It's not just spelling either. Whole events or facts can become distorted in this shared memory. It's like your brain edits history without your permission, and then gets all your friends to back up the fake version. So the next time you argue with someone about how you definitely remember Berenstain with an E, just remember, your brain is giving you a masterclass in the art of convincing lies. These three phenomena, phantom vibrations, phantom limbs, and false memories, are all proof that your brain is really good at messing with you. Whether it's inventing sensations, clinging to outdated body maps, or fabricating entire events, your mind is often its own unreliable narrator. And let's face it, sometimes it's better to let the brain have its fun. After all, who doesn't love a little mystery and intrigue, even if it comes at your expense? Number four, the self-serving bias. The self-serving bias, the greatest ego boost your brain gives you without even asking. Picture this. You crush that presentation at work, you get a perfect score on a test you barely studied for, and suddenly it's all because you're an absolute genius. You're the mastermind, the wizard, the true intellectual prodigy. But when something goes wrong, like missing a deadline or failing a test, suddenly it's the world's fault. The traffic, the professor's confusing questions, or even an inconvenient solar flare. This bias is like your brain's personal publicist, constantly spinning every event to keep your ego inflated. It's like a mental scoreboard where every victory is because of your brilliance, and every failure is because of some external force conspiring against you. And guess what? This bias works in reverse for everyone else. When someone else succeeds, it's because they got lucky or had an easy task. When they fail, it's because they're incompetent. So, while you're living in a movie where you're the hero, everyone else is just a supporting character in your mind. Number five, the spotlight effect. Imagine walking into a room and immediately thinking every pair of eyes is on you, scrutinizing your new haircut, judging your outfit, noticing the tiny stain on your shirt that no one could possibly see. You feel like you're the star of the show, with everyone hanging on your every move. Welcome to the spotlight effect. This is a trick your brain plays on you, convincing you that the entire world is watching you with the intensity of a reality TV audience. The truth? Most people are too wrapped up in their own self-consciousness to care about you. They're worried about their own hair, their own clothes, their own imaginary flaws. The world's not a stage with you in the spotlight. You're just a background character in everyone else's movie, so relax. No one's watching you nearly as much as you think. Number 6. Chronostasis. Ever looked at a clock, and for just a moment, the second hand seems to freeze or pause, creating an unsettling feeling that time itself is hiccuping? This is known as chronostasis, and it's not a glitch in the matrix. It's a neat trick your brain pulls off. When you make a quick eye movement, called a saccade, your brain deletes the information between where your eyes were and where they land. It's like a little blank space in your vision. So when you look at a clock, your brain fills that gap with the first thing it sees, the second hand. And bam, that first tick seems to stretch longer than it should, making it feel like time is slowing down for a split second. It's a brilliant manipulation of your perception, making time appear slightly longer than it really is, just to cover up a small imperfection in your visual processing. Number 7. The sleep paralysis demon. You wake up in the middle of the night. Your mind is alert, but your body is paralyzed. You can't move, you can't scream, and suddenly you sense something, someone in the room. A dark, sinister presence hovering over you. A shadowy figure with glowing red eyes, maybe? This is sleep paralysis, and it's one of your brain's most terrifying tricks. Normally, during REM sleep, your brain paralyzes your body so you don't act out your dreams. It's a protective mechanism. But sometimes your brain wakes up before your body does, and you're stuck in a nightmare where you're fully conscious but unable to move. The feeling of suffocation, the inability to get up, combined with your brain's panic response, leads it to create a demonic figure to explain your fear. Your brain is just making a terrifying narrative to process the intense stress. In short, you've just had a creepy horror movie experience, all inside your own head. Your brain didn't quite finish the night shift, and you got the haunted house tour as a bonus. These tricks are a reminder that while your brain is a powerful, high-tech supercomputer, it can also be an unreliable narrator, sometimes spinning tales that mess with your perceptions. Whether it's convincing you the world's watching your every move, or making you believe that shadow in your room is a demon, your brain is always keeping you on your toes. Number 8. The mere exposure effect. You know that pop song you absolutely hated the first time you heard it? The one with that annoyingly repetitive chorus that made you cringe every time? Fast forward a few weeks, and suddenly you're humming it in the shower, maybe even tapping your foot to the beat. You didn't suddenly develop terrible taste in music. Nope, you were a victim of the mere exposure effect. This psychological phenomenon is all about your brain learning to like something, simply because it's been exposed to it over and over. It's like psychological Stockholm syndrome, where your brain gets attached to something just because it's familiar. The more you hear it, the more your brain convinces itself that you must like it. And it's not just about music. This is why you can end up preferring a certain brand of cereal, or find yourself trusting a politician after seeing their face 1,000 times on TV. Your brain's an efficiency expert, and it gets comfortable with what it recognizes. New stuff requires effort, but familiarity? That's a shortcut to liking something. It's an annoying little psychological trick marketers know all too well, and now your brain knows it too. Number 9. The nocebo effect. We've all heard of the placebo effect, where your brain convinces your body that a harmless sugar pill can cure what ails you. It's a mind-over-matter miracle that science uses to its advantage. But lurking on the other side of the placebo coin is the nocebo effect, the dark cousin that can actually make you feel worse. It's when your negative expectations create real physical symptoms. One study showed that people who were told they'd been exposed to an allergen, when it was actually harmless, developed a rash. In another, patients who were told a pill would cause hair loss actually started losing their hair despite taking nothing more than a placebo. Your brain is so powerful it can make you sick just by convincing you that you're ill. It's like your mind is a hypochondriac who can't help but make your body play along. It's the ultimate in self-sabotage, where your brain tells your body a lie and your body believes it. Your brain has the power to create real illness out of thin air, and it's really good at it. Number 10, the face in the toast. It's breakfast time, and there it is, the Virgin Mary, perfectly imprinted on a slice of burnt toast. Or maybe it's a sad clown in a cloud or a face on your car's rearview mirror. This strange phenomenon is called pareidolia, and it's your brain having a little too much fun. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine, finely tuned to spot faces and shapes in the world around you, a skill that was crucial for spotting threats or recognizing loved ones back in the day. But in modern life, this ability is a little too eager. It sees patterns where there are none, like a face in a cloud or a man in the moon. It creates meaning where there's none to be found, making you see faces in random objects and even inanimate features like electrical outlets or food. In essence, your brain is a brilliant but overactive artist, creating faces, figures, and stories in everything from a coffee stain to a piece of toast. Sometimes it's a fun trick. Other times, it might just be a little too much. Your brain is constantly working overtime to help you navigate the world, and sometimes that means playing a few tricks on you. Whether it's tricking you into liking a song you once hated, making you sick from your own thoughts, or showing you faces that aren't really there, these psychological effects remind us that our minds are powerful, but they're not always reliable. Number 11, the confirmation bias. Let's say you're convinced that your hometown is the best place in the world. You're walking through life thinking it's a perfect little slice of paradise, and when you read a news article about a new park being built there, your brain immediately goes, "See, I knew it! Proof that I'm right!" But then you read an article about rising traffic congestion, and your brain quickly brushes it off. Well, that's just a one-time issue. Doesn't matter. This is confirmation bias, a sneaky little trick your brain pulls to keep your beliefs nice and comfy. Your brain actively looks for information that supports what you already believe and conveniently ignores or downplays anything that contradicts it. It's not some malicious plot. Your brain is just trying to keep things simple by confirming what you think you know. This bias shapes the way you interpret the world, making it seem like everything is just falling into place to support your worldview. It's why two people can read the same news story and come away with two entirely different conclusions. Your brain's not just confirming what you want to hear, it's actively filtering reality to make sure you stay in your comfort zone. Number 12, the recency illusion. Here's a fun scenario. You learn a new word. Let's say it's something quirky like hirsute or petrichor. Suddenly, you start hearing it everywhere. It pops up in a movie, a podcast, and even in a book you've been reading. You think, wow, this word is everywhere now. How did I never notice it before? This is a sneaky little trick called the recency illusion. Your brain really loves connecting the dots, even when those dots don't exist. The truth is, that word was always there. You just never paid attention to it. But now that you've learned it, your brain starts actively filtering for it, making you think it's popping up more often. It's not that the word became more common, it's just that your brain has a new filter, and now it's hyper-aware of it. This lie tricks you into thinking the world is more connected or coordinated than it really is, and it's a perfect example of how your brain shapes your reality based on what it chooses to focus on. In short, your brain is curating the world for you, making sure you see patterns, even if they aren't really there. Both of these tricks, confirmation bias and the recency illusion, are prime examples of how your brain edits the world around you. Confirmation bias keeps you locked in your current beliefs, while the recency illusion makes you think the world is suddenly more meaningful or connected than it actually is. It's a reminder that our perception of reality is often shaped not by what is, but by what our brain wants us to see.